Oh, cool. I see y'all. Okay, bye.
Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. Ba-dum-bum.
Welcome back, everybody, to Speedrun Ragnarok 2020. We are at the start of our rhythm games block, and to kick us off, we are going to have a group party, Wai Wai party showcased by wolfman2000. This looks pretty awesome, so I hope you enjoy it. And on commentary today, we have V Kim. So take it away.
Thank you. Greetings, RPG Valkyries. I am wolfman2000, or you may also know me as Danstad, and I have with me, well, not literally behind me, but someone, good friend of mine from the local area. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I am V Kim or Vincent Kim, or however you misspell my name, Vincent, because apparently that's a thing whenever I order food elsewhere. I've been invited by our local dance dad here to provide commentary for Group Coaster, the Switch version.
Yep, there's plenty to talk about regarding this game, but let's face it, you all want to start with music, so just gonna jump right into things with Bad Apple. Don't worry about the items, we'll get to them shortly. And otherwise, this is just gonna be a fun time. We go over slightly because there's a lot of content we want to show, but we'll, this is our time to have a little bit of fun. So if our timer person can be ready, we are about to start this in 3, 2, 1, go. And yeah, active controls, these things, Joy-Cons. I'm gonna move my arms a lot. Otherwise, Vincent, we should start with basics. What are the note types that we're gonna be dealing with?
The note types, yes, of course, absolutely. So we have, I think active controls gives you, what, like 6 of, I think, like the 10 note types that the game gives you in total?
Hold on. Sorry, I'm being told we may have a feed issue. Don't worry, Chad, I see you.
We'll get through this somehow.
No.
We can make things work.
I am not going to continue the rest of the song. We only just started. I can easily use the retry functionality.
That is nice.
So hopefully I'm at least being heard on that still. It's hard for me to tell, honestly. Yeah, we are working on it, Chad. Don't you worry. Things are being taken care of.
Should
Thank
I
you.
take this time to
We may as well pause the timer. we're effectively going to restart it, so...
Okay, so while we're working out this tech issue, just bear with us for a little bit, Chad. Don't worry, we will get this all sorted. In the meantime, we have a $5 donation from GB0 that says, "But can Twitch chat keep the beat?" Can y'all keep the beat, Twitch chat? I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me. Thank you very much for the $5 donation. And as a reminder, we have some incentives for this rhythm games block. We have the Pump It Up XX 20th Anniversary Edition play a set of co-op charts with Haru coming up right after this run, actually. It's currently at $91 or $400, so if y'all want to see that, and trust me, y'all want to see that, get those donations in. It looks like we are back live, so...
Yep, I was purposely doing a menu tune to keep up with the beat. So, well, let's just restart the timer because it's not really gonna matter that much in the end.
Right.
So, waiting for the timer to be reset, and then I'm just gonna hit retry, and we're basically starting over from the beginning. We'll just pretend that it's set to 0, and otherwise, we're just going to resume or restart or whatever takes place in
Right.
3, 2, 1, go. Thankfully, there are no penalties for retrying. So, Groove Coaster, basics. Vincent, why don't you start explaining some of that, please?
Alright, let's figure out how these controls work. So he's playing active controls, which you use the motion controls of the Joy-Con, so you won't be seeing all of the note types that they offer here like in standard controls, but let's start with the hits, which are those basic white notes right there. They're pretty self-explanatory. You just hit those white round notes in time to the beat. You can hit them with like the face buttons or the shoulder buttons of your Joy-Con. And you have the holds, which I don't think they showed up yet, but they're those long yellow holds. They're just like the regular hit notes. Just simply hold the button down the entire way through. And you have the slides, which you just saw, like those purple arrows right there. As the name suggests, you slide or swipe in the direction of the arrow. The slides actually come in 8 directions, north, south, east, and west, and the diagonals in between. And we might see some diagonals and maybe some charts, which is a little weird. But you know, it is active controls, and motion controls on the Joy-Cons, especially for the rhythm games, can be like rather funky. So the Switch version basically compromises that to where you don't have to swipe in that exact diagonal direction. You can just hit them like either down or right, and it'll still count. And you have beats. There are another type of hold notes, but you repeatedly tap the buttons instead. So in other words, think of them as like the combination of hits and holds. You just repeatedly tap 2 buttons for those specific beat holds. If you're coming from other rhythm games like take the In the Groove and Step Mania, for instance, they're basically rolls. And you have scratches, which are those gosh dang green scribbly boys. They're like holds, but with squiggly lines instead. You pretty much shake your controller in opposite directions rapidly on either side. You know, for active controls, just rapidly shake one of your Joy-Cons like your life depends on it. And of
Or
course, we
use
got
a
some
circle motion.
Right, and of course we got some more note types that I'll go ahead and explain for the sake of, you know, if you're gonna get into the game and play standard controls especially. You have critical, which are like those really big orange notes. The bigger notes are the same as hits, but you just need to hit both buttons on both sides at the same time. Or I think you can try to one-handed with a single Joy-Con by pressing a face button and a shoulder button. And then we have critical holds, which, as the name suggests, they're just bigger size holds. So simply tap and hold down both buttons. And you have dual slides, which I don't think you'll see it in active controls. You'll definitely see them in standard controls.
Definitely not, and even
No,
if we were,
right.
we're getting training from Papyrus, so we'd learn about them,
Right.
kind of, sort of.
Yeah, dual slides are there are 2 arrows at once. They're noticed by the blue 2 arrows. So basically, as the name suggests, you move one hand to one direction and the other hand in another direction at the same time, especially where they tell you to hit. And you have the slide holds. Don't know if we'll be seeing those on active controls as well, but they're basically long purple directional holds. You simply swipe and hold the note in the appropriate direction for the entire hold. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. There are stuff about ad-libs, which you see on those shallow outline white notes. These are actually hidden invisible notes scattered throughout any given track. So pretty much hit any part where there's no notes appearing to guess where the ad-libs are. I'm sure we can... There's a couple songs that I'm sure Dance Dad here will clearly demonstrate about that. He's using an item called Visible, which makes the ad-libs, as the name suggests, visible. And then I can definitely explain more about ad-libs there, but that is basically it about the controls. Now to tell you more about what the heck is Groove Coaster. It's a rhythm game franchise developed by Taito that is actually based on their Space Invader series, as you can see from the little avatar on that line cruising over from there, our lovely Space Invader alien avatar. You know, Groove Coaster started out as a mobile game for iOS and has since spawned numerous sequels, you know, eventually leading to arcade and console releases. The game is also known as Rhythm Invaders in regions outside of North America and Japan, you know, for any of our international viewers tuning into this block right now. The version that Dance Dad is showcasing today is the Switch version, Wai Wai Party, that was released just last year. It's only available digitally on the Nintendo Switch eShop for $60 here in the US. It's $80 in Canada, 60 euros in the European eShop, and so forth. It's roughly all comes out to be around 60 US dollars. The base game comes with around 100 songs total. I think it's either 60 or 70 available right away, with the rest that can be unlocked along the way from, clearing missions, which we can explain along the way. As pretty much with every rhythm game out there, there's a big emphasis on popular music, and considering Groove Coaster is a Japanese game, it of course has a massive lineup of J-pop and anime hits, as well as plenty of Vocaloid and Toho arrangements as well. It's also really big on Japanese VTuber content in this version, and of course the game also includes originals that are exclusively produced, yes, and of course Undertale, how can I ever forget? As we see from our lovely navigator, Sans. And who doesn't want Sans to be our navigator?
Those that prefer Papyrus more, which
right?
I know there are plenty that do.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, no, we have originals and J-pop and all that, so a little bit of everything for everyone, and yeah. And of course, we got to Cherno's perfect math class, so I guess this is a good time for me to explain about ad-libs. More.
Plenty of coming up.
Plenty, yes. Again, so these are actually hidden invisible notes. They're kind of scattered throughout any given track. You pretty much hit, any part where there's no notes appearing to kind of guess where the ad-libs are. Finding them actually plays a tambourine chime, showing you it's an ad-lib at the corner of your avatar on the track, which awards you bonus points and helps increase your chain, which can award bonus max chain score points for the end of the song. And of course, for the record, we'll definitely get to explaining what chains are and the scoring mechanics of the game shortly. Now, you don't have to hit the ad-libs to clear songs per se, but they are required if you want to go for a much higher, essentially a perfect max score. Honestly though, especially for the time being, just play however you want, especially if you're playing casually or just for fun and not necessarily for score and ranks, then hey, maybe ad-libs aren't a priority for you, but I think they provide a neat challenge along the way. Again, these are hidden notes. You'll see that he made them visible with my item, which can be unlocked and purchasable, and you can use the item from there for your customization settings. It's also worth noting that all songs, and I mean every single song and chart, has ad-libs, and each difficulty does have different amounts and placements of ad-libs, with the easiest difficulty having the least amount and vice versa.
The funny thing is, I think I actually once found one chart that had no ad-libs whatsoever, and it threw me off.
Right, it's you'll get a couple of songs of those. It's where's the ad-libs? Am I doing something wrong? What's going on here?
So we should at least show, technically all of these items that you can get, they come in the mission system, but what if you don't have them yet?
Right.
This is a good song to demonstrate. So if you're not used to ad-libs, good tip, listen to the music. Perhaps focus on quarter beats. Occasionally.
Right.
And
yeah, pretty much if there's no notes, but you pretty much kind of hit them on time, if that makes any sense, just
bing!
Let it come to you.
But otherwise, we've explained a good deal regarding the, basics. We have plenty of time to go over a lot of more details.
Right.
But remember, we are trying to raise money for Take This. So, Pidge, if you have any comments or donations or plugs, now's a good time.
Great, thank you very much. So you are watching Speedrun Ragnarok 2020. Speedrun Ragnarok benefits the Take This organization. Take This exists to let people know that it's okay not to be okay. No one is alone in their struggles with mental health, and there is always hope for improvement. To learn more about what Take This does for the gaming community and gaming industry, as well as some fantastic resources on mental health that may help you in your own day-to-day journey, please visit takethis.org and definitely check out what they have to offer. It's an incredible site, lots of wonderful resources, and so many great initiatives that they just do for all of us. No new donations to read, but if anybody feels like changing that, type !donate in the chat and you can see where you can help support Take This. We will be giving all of our donations received through the donate button, as well as all sub money and all bit money over Speedrun Ragnarok, all of that will be benefiting and going towards Take This.
Alright, we have a fair question from chat. Is there a penalty for hitting buttons with no notes? As long as you're not by a note, no penalty whatsoever. I was actually demonstrating that whenever you heard that, like, failure sound, that meant no note was being hit.
Right.
Alright,
we did get a question about how responsive are the motion controls.
They
Well,
work,
yeah.
but
they do work.
sometimes they misbehave, and we just accept it.
I mean, for what it's worth, they're pretty lenient enough, I kind of want to say.
Enough.
Enough. The key word is enough.
Also, for those that are familiar with other rhythm games, yes, there is a pack for DJ Max Respect.
Fabulous pack. DJ Max is also a fantastic rhythm game if you want more options.
And playing one of our backup songs. As I said at the beginning, we may push it a little today, so extra content, extra chances to donate.
Yes,
by the
please,
way-
absolutely donate.
And by the way, after every song, I've been keeping up with my grades. I will donate based off of those grades.
Ooh, that should be fun. The Dance Dad special.
So, you want me to get high grades when possible. Okay, that was an evil ad-lib there.
Yeah,
That is one of the exceptions where it was on a 16th note.
yeah. The game kind of likes to throw some sneaky stuff at you like that. This game can sometimes be rude. I won't lie, especially in standard controls. The higher the difficulty that you go, some of those ad libs just mess me up.
It should be mentioned that active controls only go up to 9, standard controls 15. And let's just say, as much as I like this control scheme, I am thankful that there are no master active control charts.
Oh lord, can you imagine? Our hands will probably get destroyed after like a song or two. Oh, I don't even want to think about that. Though I guess I can quickly just explain the differences about the active controls and the standard controls, and you know, they're not just the control streams, but the content that comes with it as well, especially in this version. So there's an extra difficulty outside of easy, normal, and hard, and standard controls only, and that is the master difficulty. Those are locked by default for every song, and you unlock the master charts for each song by clearing the hard charts with at least an A. Active controls here only have easy, normal, and hard difficulties available, and of course, as he mentioned before, it was they only goes up to 9. I think the standard controller goes up to 15? 14s, I want to say?
15.
15s, yeah, okay. But the charts are also completely different for both active controls and standard controls. In other words, a hard chart for a song in active controls is entirely different than a hard chart for that same song in standard controls.
By the way, this song right here, shout outs to Sta, great musician and person who I've worked with before. But goodness, this chart can get very mean. About 2 bars away, you're gonna see it.
Right, this gets rude. Beautiful song though, and Sta never disappoints. Really happy to see him still work on stuff.
And this comes from La Nota, another rhythm game. More on the mobile side, I believe.
Right. I think he's still updating a tone sphere here and there as well.
Oh,
One of his
yeah.
other games, yeah.
Now I get to have fun with this. Basically, as long as one of the Joy-Cons goes in the right direction, it counts.
Right.
So
Roller
if you ever
Coaster is visually beautiful. Oh, you can go ahead.
Yeah. If you ever have trouble discerning left and right, take advantage of that. But, fully agreed. Taito does a great job with the backgrounds. You can talk more about those.
Right, so Groove Coaster really goes in with all the background animations and stuff, especially like, Paterno's Perfect Math Class, as we saw earlier with the bus, when it mentioned the bus in the lyrics, and wow, sometimes it just goes really crazy, but also like, for some songs and some charts especially, you'll definitely gonna, the game will definitely like sneak up to you and stuff, like you'll have notes floating from like, not even like following the lines, like that blue note, the critical note that just came out of nowhere. They're just kind of floating into the line, and sometimes it can get hard to catch up with all of those, especially the more dense the chart gets.
And I'm doing rather well right now. Ooh, personal
Ooh.
best. Nice.
Let's get those gains.
However, it is time to move on from the 7s to the 8s. Let's swap the genre. Let's have Touhou rap.
Can't go wrong with that.
I mean, I don't know what else to call this.
Yeah, Touhou rap is appropriate.
Fair enough. But otherwise, just enjoy the lyrics, and if there are any donations, this is probably good time.
Well, we have a $20 donation from GB0 that says, "I'm simple. I hear Touhou, I donate." Thank you very much, GB0. I think you're probably not alone in that regard. And we have a $10 donation from Anonymous that has no comment, but we appreciate it all the same. Thank you very much for the generous donations. As a reminder, we have some amazing prizes that you can win. And if you donate at any point to Speedrun Ragnarok, reminder, there is no minimum donation for this. You can win all sorts of really awesome stuff. We have some prizes like Kinda Nerdy Housewife's Perler Creations. The Kinda Nerdy Housewife creates wonderful works of pixel art using the medium of fuse beads. She makes bead sprites, magnets, bows, pins, wall art, and more, all lovingly crafted one bead at a time. She's created Perler prizes for every day of the marathon that we'll be giving away to several lucky donors. So check out her work on our prize page by typing !prizes in chat, and you know what, I will actually type that myself.
And now we come to the part where we will run into some Joy-Con limitations, but it's just part of how this works.
Right.
I still got an S, but oof, that felt like a dirty S.
Believe it or not, this is a Taito game.
I kinda need a bit of a boost. I went into the wrong letter. It's like, I want to be my best. I want to actually show that I can have fun with this. It's like there is a secret that I don't fully know. There it is.
I wonder what that is.
So, honestly, Vincent, perhaps we should let the viewers observe this chart for the first 20 seconds or so, and then you can explain.
Yes, yeah, we'll definitely let them see what's going on here.
Okay, we can explain.
Alright, so like you'll notice in the background animation, and especially if you in the Japanese, it actually follows to the lyrics, the swipes in the direction of the arrows. So it goes like left, right, when it follows that, it's actually following the song, which is a nice thing that they're doing. I'm all for visual stuff like that.
In easier difficulties, this doesn't happen, but if you were to play this on Master on standard controls, goodness, it goes much faster.
Right, yeah, I remember having a lot of trouble with that one.
So yes, every difficulty can have its own gimmicks, if you want to call them that, but for the most part, they're done tastefully in this game.
Right. If anything, some of these songs for their background animations or so, they actually follow pretty close to the original music videos too for some, so that's also really neat.
We may have one or two lined up, actually. But no spoiling them yet, Vincent.
Not yet. And I'll keep them as surprises.
Thank you. Also,
Alright, you might have noticed the sounds are different here, like the bongo sounds. Everything. You can, the song does kind of choose different sound effects as their default, but you can change that in the settings.
okay, while I prepare the next song, Pidge, I think you have something important to announce.
I certainly do. We have a $69 donation from Fingy that the comment says, I heard there was a co-op incentive for Pump. We gotta meet that because it's super worth it. And I agree. That incentive is currently at $180 of $400 and it's the next run, so get those donations in so we can see that amazing, amazing co-op incentive. And with that donation, we have passed the $1,000 mark. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. We're only on the first day of the marathon and we're already a fifth of the way to our first goal. So be sure to go to the donate link that Scala just graciously posted in chat, and let's hit that 5,000. Well, firstly, let's hit that 400 for that incentive, and let's hit the 5,000 after that. Thank you so much, everybody.
And just as Chad is fighting for mental health awareness, we are fighting against someone who is undying. Yep, back to
Right.
Undertale with Undyne.
Oh man, it's pretty crazy that they still had the Undertale collab with Roof Coaster.
It is, but for those that paid attention when I chose this song, you may have noticed, why did I pick this one when I don't have a full chain on it? Well, one, song's great, but you're gonna see the limitations of Joy-Cons in about 20 seconds. Don't worry, Undyne, we're heading away from you. We're gonna defend. But yeah. Right now we're having some spaced out 12ths. But now there are actually closer 12th notes. Or 8th note triplets if you want to be like super technical, but I'm used to 12ths, so I'm sorry. I'm actually cheating these just to actually try to get a full chain for once.
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get that full chain.
Actually worked!
Wow. Wow. Let's get it. And let's keep raising those funds for Take That organization.
Okay, you know what? I feel like I have some energy from that. Let's burn it off. It is time for the Son of Sun.
Ah, yes.
I'm gonna let you handle most of this one, Vincent.
Oh man, this has gonna be. Oh, now I just want to say, if my friend Dafty is watching this, hello, this is my special shout out to you. You see, you're running away from your problems. Like, look at the guy, like, just running away. Oh my gosh, this actually follows the original music video of this song from DJ Max, and the fact that they try to replicate it as much as possible is just, it's amazing. Also, this song has a lot going on.
Yeah, and it also... So, the previous song I should mention, while it was at allegedly 256 BPM, it was accelerated to that amount, I think just to make the triplets slightly easier to deal with.
Right.
This one is consistent 200, and this is where we start to get possible occasional input drops. There's just, you know, Joy-Cons.
Yeah, the Joy-Cons can only handle so much running.
However, all of you folks can easily run over to the !donate command and help assist making sure that we all have better mental health access and awareness through Take This.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you run fast enough, you can apparently fly.
Yep. The gods have answered his prayers.
Okay, I think we went a little bit too serious. Let's meme it up again. Where is it? There you are. The song with only 2 primary lyrics. Once again, shoutouts to Taito, because they did a wonderful job. Vincent, Pidge, I leave this to you two.
Alright, chat. Alright, so here's the deal. The only lyrics here that you need to know are bass kick. Well, I guess there's let the bass kick too, but that's all you need. Memes are good. Sometimes you just want to have some fun with these games.
Whoop, I did not swing there. Oh well. Now, Chad, do you happen to notice something special about these notes right now? I can easily pay attention to chat while I'm not playing, but the answer is all of the bases were the blue criticals and all of the kicks were the slides.
Sometimes the developers want to have some fun too.
Good,
Maybe a
yes.
little bit too much fun.
Sometimes that fun can be distracting. Yes, I have missed stuff because I've been paying attention to the video. Actually, I'm giving my right hand a break.
Oh, going to this one-handed, huh? Oh, you might have noticed some of the regular notes might have different colors. Here and there, those are just regular hits, but I know in the harder charts for standard controls, there's like basically like rainbow-colored like hits, just all condensed. Those are mainly like really fast, like streams, runs, like 12 notes, 16s, 30 seconds.
Maybe I shouldn't have gone that fancy this time. Okay, that's the worst I've done on that song. I must, I don't know, go do some ancestors or something. Zawawa, guide me. This is one of the newer songs from, so this game has a bunch of DLC.
Tons.
Yeah. Base songs is 100. With DLC, we're now up to 250. And this song comes from a pack that was just released Wednesday.
Right, to go into a little bit more about DLC, for the Switch version, right now we have a total of 15 DLC packs that you can grab at your own time. Each pack comes with 10 songs, as well as some extra navigators and avatars you can customize with, and each pack is priced at $16.
Of course, put that money towards take this instead right now, but, you know.
Of course. Raise those funds and then you can grab all that DLC.
And I know I saw someone in chat say they don't like the notes that just appear on the coaster. Yeah, this one has that too.
Right. It's a very visual game. You have to be on the lookout for everything. Yeah, there's a lot of content on the eShop. I do like that it comes in song packs this time. I know the Steam version of Groove Coaster, you have to buy each song individually at like $2 a pop. Which, like, oof.
We don't
Yeah, we
talk
don't talk
favorably.
about the Steam version.
There is a Steam version of Groove Coaster. It's ill-maintained. If you're going to get a home version of Groove Coaster, make it this one.
Definitely
the one on the
Switch version is the best way to go for a home console release.
Alright, I'm gonna go to genre sort to get to this next one, just to make it a little easier for me. Hey Vincent, you're familiar with, how are you supposed to say this, person's name?
T-Pazolite? Yes! I love him so much! Also, this song is, like, really hard, especially on arcade. Oh, the master chart on this took me a while, and I was, switched around between Joy-Cons and the Switch Pro controller. Oh, that's rude. Hitting you with those 16ths.
Yep. This is one of the hardest 8s in the game, I think.
An 8?
Yes, we have not gone up yet.
Lord.
And this part right here, if you lose your focus, you can easily wonder, how is that an 8?
Right, yeah, that part, The one where it just kind of just comes at you, it's... Oh. That messes me up, too. You need a lot of focus in this one.
And for those that think it's all good now, just give it a bit. In about 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there it is. The twist.
Really get that one so clean.
Nice, nice.
I will gladly take that. I will gladly take an S++. That means more money in the kitty at the next
Right.
intermission. Alright, as I said, we are going to possibly push the time over a little bit. So far, we've been doing rather well. However, if you start to lose your focus, bad things can happen.
Yes, you do lose your full chain if you do not miss the ad-libs notes, which, thank you for reminding me. I guess now's a good time to go into about how a little bit of the scoring goes.
And by the
Alright.
way, we're starting the 9s. Go ahead, Vincent.
Oh lord, here comes the 9s. Alright, but yes, score mechanics and explain what the heck do we mean by chains. Let's first get to the timing judgments. You know, after a note is hit, you receive a judgment indicated on the right side of the gameplay screen. Like, you'll see he's getting a lot of greats right now. That's the most accurate judgment. Most accurate to least accurate is greats, cools, goods, and misses. Greats, cools, and goods will fill up the groove gauge on the top of the screen, while misses depletes it. You're required to fill up at least 70% of the groove gauge to clear the song. The gauge, as you'll see, will flash in yellow here when the song ends. Otherwise, if you don't reach that 70%, you unfortunately do not clear the song, or you fail, really. Now, as important as timing is with every game, this game especially emphasizes on combo. As you continuously hit the notes successfully, the chain count will increase, and you might notice terms like fever and trance pop up, especially in the arcade version when a chain count reaches a specific amount, whether that's 10 for fever or 100 for trance. If you miss a note, however, the chain count will reset, and both the fever and trance will end as a result. So depending on where you miss on the song and how much you break your combo, you may or may not get the score that you want. Sometimes you're really, really close to getting a better grade, for instance, or like you're really close of getting like that S, but instead you're like, you got that A. And speaking of grades, yes, you do get a grade rating after finishing each song. The grades given from lowest to highest are E, D, C, B, and A, and past the A rating, we have the S rating, as well as 2 higher S ratings, S plus and S plus plus, according to overall performance, of course. Now how is your score calculated? Alright, so you have your overall play score that encompasses your main score before the results screen. In the playthrough with all greats in a full chain, you'll get a max score of 850,000 points. And next we have our chain score, which is based on how much of the full chain is completed during a track, which means like, you know, getting as much ad-libs as you can. So as such, a full chain will make the score max out at 100,000 points. That is to be added on top of your play score. And lastly, there's a 50,000 point clear bonus that is earned by simply clearing the song, also added onto your play score. So if you were to go for an absolute perfect run, your absolute perfect score will add up to a total of 1,000,000 points.
Sans, you betrayed me. I'm having higher energy now. Let's go to the boss song of Touhou 4. If you've ever played this one on Standard Controls Master, I feel your pain.
There's a lot going on there. Also, this is the 10th song, I think, in Touhou 4. I think how the DLC packs work is 9 of the 10 songs will be playable right away. You have to play all 9 at least once in order to unlock the 10th one.
That is correct. And this is the bonus one. And they chose a good bonus one.
Eurobeat is fantastic.
Though, curious, I'm not as familiar with Touhou as I'm sure others are. What is the original song based off of?
Now, what is Groove It Lucky based off of?
You know what? I have a good idea. Chad, if you happen to know the answer, donate it. Speaking of, Pidge, if there are any more, go for it.
So we don't currently have any new donations, so I'll just take this opportunity to talk about some of Take This's partners. For example, if you buy games at humblebundle.com, you can choose Take This as your charity of choice to support with your purchases. Likewise, if you shop on Amazon, you can support Take This via the Amazon Smile program. The Amazon Smile Foundation will donate a percentage of your purchase to Take This. Take This partners with habit tracking app Habitica to help promote the formation of healthy, positive mental health habits for everyone. You can learn more at habitica.com, and also we have a channel dedicated to that in the RPG Valkyries Discord. The RPG Valkyries Discord, you can get more information about that by typing !Discord in the chat. We offer a cozy place for speedrunners of all kinds of games to chat and share stories and strategies. Whether you're a novice, an expert, or even simply a speedrunning enthusiast, you can find a comfy home there.
And thank you for the Discord and for the Discord command. It also has like plenty of, definitely check out all the mental health resources in the server. They're really, really good resources. Did you groove it lucky?
I am feeling like a little more Touhou. The problem, I don't know how to spell the next song. Give me a bit. Close enough. How are you supposed to spell this one?
Of course. How do you spell Knight of Knights? That's a good question. Sometimes you just don't ask these questions. It's just let things be.
The answer, yes.
Yes. Obviously, you gotta spell it in Japanese with katakana. You don't need to deal with any of the knights and knights there.
All the meanings can work in their own ways, so
Right.
we just embrace them. Excuse me. I'm gonna make sure to get some water after this one, because I'm gonna need it.
It's important to stay hydrated.
Indeed. Also, this background, and where these slides come in, that's where you have to avoid the knives. This song really goes back to its Danmaku roots.
Right. Sakuya, please. We're just trying to play some group toasting. Hey, I mean, if you have your Nintendo Switch docked, I mean, it kind of looks like a toaster to dock.
That's my
appropriate
first
game.
time. That's my first time full comboing that.
Oh, nice! Full chain, let's go!
Unfortunately, just as there are some good parts, in Toho, there may also be some bad parts. If you don't do very well, then unfortunately, you may end up, well, in a very bad place. Where you also get to hear some instrumentals, some Smooth McGroove style acapella.
Oh, I'm here for this all the way. Anyone can sing along to this easily.
Chat, if you wish, go for it.
So yes, a couple songs do have like alternate audio versions that you can choose from, and this is one of them. And I'm glad they added this one in particular.
Same. Also, we just had a raid come in. I cannot easily see who, but welcome, raiders. I am the first performer of the rhythm game block, wolfman2000, also known as Dance Dad. We have Vincent Kim, aka V Kim, on the mic. We have Pidge Zero hosting, and we are trying to raise money for Take This, which honestly, Pidge can explain this one better than I can. Please, take it.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the raid, Moonblaze Wolf. Welcome everybody from Moonblaze Wolf's stream. It's wonderful to have you here. Speedrun Ragnarok 2020 is raising money for Take This, and Take This is a mental health nonprofit, and their main mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, provide education on different disorders and prevention techniques, and reduce the overall stigma around mental illness. All donations, bits, and sub money will be directly benefiting Take This for Speedrun Ragnarok 2020. Also, we have a bunch of wonderful, fabulous prizes you can win if you choose to donate, and there's no minimum donation. Everybody who donates is entered into the prize draw. So be sure to type !prizes to see what we have to offer. For more information about Take This's amazing initiatives and all their incredible work within the gaming community and industry, please visit takethis.org.
Okay, I think we survived our journey to heck.
Heck.
Look, I forget what I'm allowed to say on this channel, so...
I don't think we're accepting donation requests. Maybe if we have some extra time, possibly, but we're actually following a fixed set list for now.
Yeah, I don't exactly have donation song requests planned, partially because I don't know if your song picks can necessarily, get us muted. But don't worry, I'll provide plenty of energy and voltage for you.
Oh no, this song is fantastic.
Oh, I agree. This one will have its own slow, fast BPM gimmicks.
Alright, it starts out slow, doesn't it? Yeah.
And here I was trying to go a little too fast. But there is something special coming up in about 5 seconds. You saw that, right, Vincent?
Right, yes.
So, as Vincent talked about earlier, this game started as a mobile series, then went to arcade, then became a home version for Steam, which we don't talk about, and Switch. Due to how the Switch controls work, most of the diagonal-based notes return to cardinal directions. Now, if you do encounter a diagonal, you can just hit in the cardinal direction and you're usually good, but as far as why, we have a diagonal on active controls, maybe they just wanted to show it off, maybe they just wanted to keep that ported from the original hard chart if that's what this is supposed to be based off of, I don't know. It's one of those strange mysteries.
Yeah, we don't talk about the Steam version.
We talk about it to mention that you should not get it. But otherwise...
I wish the Steam version got a little bit more love. But it has more than its fair share of issues, and it just makes it like almost not great, unfortunately, which is a shame because it has a lot of potential, and it's like all the charts are actually just straight up directly ported from arcade, as far as I know. I know in the Switch version, especially for the standard controls, the master charts aren't exactly the extra charts.
Yeah, extra is the highest difficulty. It's effectively master, but not all songs have master charts. And unfortunately, if you happen to be stuck with the Steam version, then our apologies, but we know your pain. We know that you are the miserable.
I guess enjoy it as much as you can. I mean, it's okay. I bought the Steam version too, so I bought it at launch.
Once again, we have T-Pazolite with a tune that's very good. And if you've played Lenoda, oh, you've heard this one a lot because of a special thing that happens about partway through. You'll see it when we get there. But until then, honestly, I'm starting to think that this may be one of the easier 9s in the game. Even though I say that Lenoda is the second hardest pack out of all the DLC packs right now.
Oh, thank you, Squibbins, for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, my only regret is also buying the Steam version on launch. I mean, I was so excited. I was like, hey, a home release for Groove Coaster, cool. Oi.
Focus on the positives right now.
Of course, we're playing the Switch version. That is a positive already. And we're raising funds for a great cause. That's really good positive vibes right there, so...
And now, the thing.
These notes have a soul of their own.
And now, we face our soul.
See, that's a cool visual gimmick right there. Like, wow.
Lenoda did that too. It's a wonderful homage.
Yeah, I really enjoy the homages that games like Groove Coaster actually pays, especially for songs that like come from other games.
And honestly, we've passed the hardest part of the song. As I said, this is why I'm starting to think this is perhaps an easier 9. But that doesn't mean it's easy, period.
Ooh.
I will gladly take that. It's not
Get
a
those
PP.
gains.
I don't care. I don't care. Alright, as I said, we are going to go a little over time. I should use a DLC sort. So, I'm aware I'm gonna push time a little bit, but you know what? We need some cuteness.
We are way ahead of schedule, so don't worry too much about that.
Then very well, I will provide the cute animals for everyone. This is a hard, fast swing song. And it also came in the new DLC pack. So, no guarantee that this one will be passed well.
Yeah, especially like, ooh.
I'm surprised
Those
I kept that
swings.
going.
Yeah, swings are surprisingly pretty hard to tackle in this game.
Now, fortunately, whenever you're dealing with slightly irregular patterns compared to the rest of the song, the basic hit notes and sometimes the slide notes will change colors a little bit to give you an indication, hey, something atypical is happening, but
Right.
not always. Also, get your dog emotes out now.
Shoot animals all the way. I can already imagine what the Master Sharper is going to be like in standard controls.
It's a pain. I've tried it.
Oh, that was cute. The dog in the background was following the line. Going out for a walk. Those dogs are grooving. They're grooving along with us.
Hold it. Dang it! I almost had that one. There is a rhythm game tradition that often takes place whenever one mishappens like this near the end. Vincent, you know what it is.
I didn't know Roberto played this game.
We still attribute it to him.
Oh man, so like a quick origin of Roberto. He's a good friend of many of us. He mainly plays Pump, but he's also well known of getting like one away from like a grade or like a full combo. Whether that be like one grade or one miss. And then we just coined the term Roberto every time we get one of anything.
And this is going to be the final song from Original 2. Fujin Reborn, or Fujin Rumble, excuse me. This one, you're also going to dread from Master Play. Think of this as a much harder Volt if you want. But those that have played Groove Coaster in the arcades and mobile, they know this song, they love it and dread it. So I will not do that well here. So honestly, that sudden BPM change will always get you.
Yeah, it really do be like that sometimes.
So honestly, I think this is a good time for me to try to focus a little bit. Pidge, think you can help us out?
Sure, absolutely. So, the next run that we have coming up is the Pump It Up Showcase, which still has an outstanding incentive that's about halfway there to play a set of co-op charts. And if you've never seen co-op Pump It Up before, you're in for a real treat. So try to get those donations in as quickly as you can so we can meet that incentive. That's an incentive you certainly don't want to miss. You can type !donate in the chat to see where you can donate towards what incentives you want to choose, and remember that every single donation that you make will enter you into a prize draw. There is no minimum donation to enter the prize draw, and we have lots of wonderful prizes that we're giving away this week that you can type !prizes to see a list of what you can win, including some swag from Take This that is normally only available at in-person events, which is kind of a big deal that they've been providing this for us for an online event. So definitely check it out.
Okay, that song was a little bit too intense for my liking. We need to let loose. We need to relax. Let's party. Now this one, I'm not gonna get a full combo unless I do super cheating.
Ah, yes, my national anthem.
So we talked about Joy-Con input limitations. This one's gonna push it. You're gonna see why.
Oh yeah, here we go.
All right, let's play.
Who's ready for some rootin' tootin'?
See if I can cheat it. Yeah, 16th notes together like that are a pain with Joy-Cons.
Yeah. Imagine try playing standing controls with Joy-Cons and you have a huge run going on. My thumbs were hurting so much. I'm so glad I have a Switch Pro controller now. Oh! Those slides. Very fast, boys.
The slides are surprisingly decent. Also, I haven't missed as much as I usually do. Apparently, trying to cheat it makes a difference. By the way, folks, if you are in school, don't actually cheat. Do your work legit. It's one thing to possibly push the edge of a timing window, but you have to do the work yourself. This has been a PSA from Danstad.
1000 Kita!
Okay, I now know how to play this song in the future.
Hey,
But at the same time, it feels kind of awkward that I have to now cheat. My morals are torn. It's... I feel like my brain is in, I don't know, some sort of conflict?
Oh, sounds like it's a ruthless enemy that you're gonna have to, cut down.
We adapt. Also, Cranky is wonderful with the tunes. Same with Surumaru. This collab is just wonderful. Even if it's also hard to combo.
In a conflicting conflict. In a conflicting, conflict. That's how the song goes, right? Conflict.
Something like that.
Oh, this song is everywhere now.
Then, okay. That reminds me, I know that there was a time, Vincent, when both you and I had kind of semi-unofficial contacts with Andamira, who makes the Pump It Up games. Think you can ask them why they made their port of this one? Just an entire run for their hardest chart.
Well, they really like their runs. They really love Gargoyle, for instance.
True, every rhythm game has different sort of skill sets. Whoops. And Pump It Up likes to test stamina and endurance quite a bit.
Yep,
whereas
and you're definitely gonna see that in the next block.
Yeah. Whereas games like Dance Dance Revolution more technique and spins, though most runners cheat the spins. You know, every game has their thing, and you just adapt to it. All we can say is, you know, if there are home versions, go for them. Otherwise, wait until the current world situation is over, then try the ones that you can.
Oh yeah, so especially if you are in the United States here, and if you are close to this thing called a Round 1, definitely check it out. Of course, when, things are safer and out and about, COVID-19 is still a thing, but they often have group coaster arcade machines with online service and everything.
We are running low on our planned time, but I'm going to need chat's help. I'm also going to need the mods to help a little bit. Mods, if there is any sort of spam or filter protection, I'm going to ask that you disable it for the next 2 minutes. Because there's a certain thing that rhythm gamers like to do whenever they hear this song.
Yes. Oh man.
Pidge, you can speak until the beep.
One of you guys will need to tell me when that is because I can't hear the game audio.
You have 40 seconds.
Okay. We have a $280 donation from Dotphase that says, "Let's keep raising these funds, wanted to help push the incentive for co-op." So with that, the Pump It Up co-op incentive has been met. Thank you so much, everybody.
Nice. Thank you, Dotphase.
Yo, my man, Dot. Let's go.
Now, this song, its difficulty is at the very end. Oh, by the way, that beep is happening now.
I forgot the song was, censored. It's funny because it's not censored in the arcade version, as far as I know.
Not audio-wise. Anyway, nope. I'm gonna stay quiet. Vincent, if you want to talk, you can. But you know what I have to focus on.
I don't know. I'm just gonna let Chad enjoy this one. There it is! The brain power copy pasta!
As I said, I knew chat wanted to do that. That is actually a record. I was not expecting that.
Oh, get those gains. Let's go.
Alright. I am going to shout out Shinji16, who is another Beatmania 2DX player, because we are approaching our final parting. Remember, folks, we are trying to raise money for Take This to help with mental illness as gamers. We all go through struggles. We all need to help each other, reach out, support one another. It doesn't matter who you are, as long as you are peaceful and you're trying to show peace towards others, we have to help each other. Again, doesn't matter the skin color, doesn't matter who we love, we have to show support. We have to help each other right now.
Absolutely. 100%. And this year has been incredibly rough.
Indeed. But otherwise, I am personally going to stay quiet. Vincent, Pidge, I'll let you two handle things as you want. But otherwise, this is my goodbye.
I guess this is a good time for me to give my special thanks. First off, I want to give my special thanks to the RPG Valkyries for organizing this great cause. I've also been organizing and helping online charity marathons overall this year, and they've all been a blast. Special shoutouts to Take This organization for their efforts in decreasing stigma and increasing support for mental health in gaming. I also want to give my special thanks to wolfman2000 here for having me on board for commentary. Groove Coaster is actually not my main rhythm game, but it's also my first time commentating for anything in general, but I've had a blast, and I hope I did alright. No, definitely awesome. Again. Oh, thank you so much. Definitely thank you for everyone for organizing this. Special shout-outs to the Take This organization, because I think mental health is still the one thing that many of us, myself included, often overlook in our daily lives. So absolutely, please take care of yourselves, and let's just keep raising these funds for Take This. As a little side note, I will also be commentating for the upcoming Pump It Up block by Zelo that's coming up next, which is actually pretty hilarious, doing commentating back to back. But aside from that, let's just enjoy this last goodbye, and I'll let Pitch take over for any more donations.
Well, we don't have any new donations since the last amazing one that we just got, but just a quick plug for Take This. Take This's vision is for game communities to welcome and support people experiencing mental health challenges, as well as to recognize the humanity and mental health of game creators. For information, please visit takethis.org. All donations, bits, and subs raised during SRR 2020 will be going directly to support Take This. And remember, all donations, regardless of amount, are entered into a prize draw for some fabulous prizes that we have this week. And I would like to thank Danstad as well as B. Kim for being here today. This has been an awesome showcase and a great way to kick off the Rhythm Games block.
And that is time.
Good night.
It's actually funny. I ran this in another marathon yesterday, and that's when I actually got my perfect on this. I actually thought I could replicate it, but oh well.
Roberto! He chimed in real quick to say his last goodbye.
Well, I at least need to take care of my final shout-outs and stuff. Again, Vincent, thank you for, joining me on this. I am aware this wasn't your strongest game, but you did wonderfully for your first time on this.
Thank you for having me on board. This was a lot of fun.
I also want to shout out Asuka424. She also plays Groove Coaster using a home setup that is wonderful. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond her control, she was unable to showcase this, but please follow her as well. I believe she may be able to appear later on in this marathon for a different game. And otherwise, let's see. Based off of the grades that I got, let's see. Carry the 1. Looks like I owe you folks, what is it? $60 or so for charity? So yeah, I'm going to take care of that during the intermission. But otherwise, look forward to the rest of the rhythm game block. Otherwise, this has been Wolf.